adventure heading into Vancouver, British Columbia. Get a nice view of the skyline there and all the many off-road and on-road vehicles that are present here. Oh, there's a 4x4. That's a good one. Oh, another all-wheel drive vehicle. That's what you need for these kind of extreme conditions. And so here we have another motorcycle, maybe not so extreme, but he's out there. Way to get out there. And so here's a little trip of what it looks like to ride extreme adventure. In a sad way, this is probably the most extreme part of Vancouver, where there's a lot of homelessness and it's just a really rough area. And one of the things I remember when I was a kid growing up in Vancouver, my mom would come bring us shopping down here. So I don't think you would do that nowadays. There used to be an Army and Navy store that we would shop at I remember as a little kid walking down these streets. So right now this is pretty extreme conditions for a lot of people, and I know it's pretty rough and also very sad. And behind it all there's some pretty cool buildings. You can see this Carnegie Public Library that's getting a facelift, and yeah, this is a pretty interesting area of town for sure. Their best in this part of the city to clean it up and make things a little bit newer, and it's just rough because there's going to be a lot of displaced people, and I'm not sure where they're going to go from here. But almost immediately once you cross Abbott Street here, the whole vibe of the city changes into a much nicer area, and it's almost like this imaginary line where things all of a sudden become more, I don't know, modern, I guess, or a little more business-like. And this is where you come up on Gastown, a famous place in Vancouver. I'm not going to go there today because I'm trying to get around this extreme all-wheel drive vehicle, and here we are, right into a refurbished little street in Vancouver. So here we are entering the extreme park of Vancouver. The extreme park is Stanley Park. So here we go, here's the entrance of it. Beautiful day today going through Stanley Park. This is some extreme adventure Vancouver style. The extreme part is trying to find free parking, of course, and then also trying to avoid all the Teslas that are coming and going. And then there's horses and pedestrians and bicycles to try to avoid. And everybody's taking a picture, so you got to be really on your toes when you drive through this part of Vancouver and this extreme adventure stuff. So today I'm obviously on a KTM 1090 Adventure R, which is, in my opinion, the perfect extreme adventure bike, because it can go down the highway and take these giant speed bumps. Woohoo! That was a big one. And we got to be careful here because Mr. Tesla here wants to stop and take a picture, but that's not even an area to stop. So Not sure what that was all about. The other part of a Stanley Park Extreme is you got to watch out for guys wiping out on their scooters. Wow, this kid must have taken a big hit there, so we'll let him clear off the trail. Yeah, that's why it's better if you're not on a powered scooter through Stanley Park. And of course, you should probably be wearing your helmets, buddy. That's a good sign. He's up and walking. And here we are back on our extreme adventure. This part right here is really nice because there's beautiful scenery looking out across the bay towards the city of Vancouver. And lots of nice places to stop and take pictures and look around at all the different sights of Vancouver. I keep peeking over here on my right here, and you can see here now, this is where there's a cruise ship port and the city of Vancouver. There's even a gas station out there. Not sure how to get to it except by boat, of course. And you always got to be vigilant for bicyclists as they venture onto the mean streets of Stanley Park. And you need to watch where we're going there, Grandma. And so we're going to enter into the first little lookout here. And I can't remember the name of this one, but it's kind of a cool lookout, and you get to see the harbor of Vancouver. So there you go, Vancouver City on a beautiful day in October. That side over there is North Vancouver, up there, and beautiful day. So a beautiful fall day here today. You get to see all the colors of the trees. That's Lionsgate Bridge over there. And way off in the distance is Second Narrows Bridge, or Ironworkers Memorial. And here you have an extreme off-road bike. Now I put all my luggage on today because obviously that makes it look way cooler. It looks like I'm actually going somewhere. Anyway, so there's a look at the motorcycle that I'm riding today. And it's a 2019 KTM 1090 Adventure R with some Motaz tires on, so really extreme rubber for these off-road conditions here. And yeah, let's keep riding. So the tide is about half medium. I would say medium tide today. Not too high, not too low. Probably a little more on the high side. Often you can come down here and turn over rocks and find little crabs, which is kind of fun. And we're coming up here on the famous scuba diver. When I was a kid, and probably everybody also calls this a mermaid, but if you stop and look, it's clearly a scuba diver sitting on the rock over here. It's I believe it's a bronze statue, and it's been there since I was a little kid. And there you go. Pretty busy day at the park. Yeah, you got to watch out for people walking all over the place, even where they shouldn't be walking. Lots of cyclists out on this road, and a beautiful place to go for a walk to. Highly recommend it. Up here to the left is the aquarium. You don't really get to see it from here, but go up in that direction is the Vancouver Aquarium, another popular site in Vancouver. Oh, that was an extreme move for that guy. See, there's extreme things happening all over the place in the park. And good thing now I'm following a 4x4. Toyota Tacomas are, amazing off-road vehicles, and so I'm glad he brought it into this extreme environment in Stanley Park. And yeah, he's got some nice tires on there, a little bit of a lift, and that's the perfect vehicle for Vancouver in this super extreme off-road driving conditions. So I'm glad to see the tacos are out here getting represented today. pretty bumpy, man. Just getting rocked around by all these extreme bump sections. And I'm going to watch out for these bushes here on the left. I don't want to hit my pannier on any of them and have an accident. So you got to really be careful on with the foliage in this part, especially on these narrow 4-track roads. Another extreme rider there. I hope he didn't crash. Just maybe checking his phone to make sure he didn't drop it along the way. I love this part of the road here because there's this really giant tree that sticks a little gnarl out onto the road. I'm sure lots of people have tagged that with their vehicle or trailer or RV as they come around this. And this is probably the most extreme section of the road when you're riding a bicycle because you got to go uphill. Stanley Park isn't all flat around the seawall. This one section as we're coming up towards Lionsgate Bridge, where you got to go up and over the top, and this is super fun, except if you're on a powered scooter and you just cruise up in style. Another cruiser, of course. This is a great section for riding all kinds of bikes, but yeah, this is extreme conditions today. Coming up now on Lionsgate Bridge, and this is why you ride adventure bikes. Oh, the little coyote. I don't know if you saw that, but coyotes are known to bite people around here. I'm going to stand up so you can see the bridge. Wow, that's awesome. Another reason why you should be riding an adventure bike is so you can stand while you're riding on these super extreme conditions. And this is a famous prospect point. Not going to stop there today because it's pretty busy, even though it's a Friday. And just going to keep riding so we can enjoy the beautiful scenery of Stanley Park in the most extreme conditions. Now we're on a descent going away from Lionsgate Bridge, and this is really fun on your bicycle to just fly down this section. Of course, lots of traffic and there's a lot of overtaking, so oh yeah, gets a good tuck going on there for that guy. This rider is using the jacket as a parachute. That's an interesting style, way to slow down, using the balloon jacket as a parachute. This tree here is famous because you can go inside of it. It used to be a tall tree when I was a kid, but it's now kind of in a state of decay, and they're just trying to preserve it now. But look at the beautiful scenery going through this park. The forest here is amazing. It's hard to believe that we're within the city of Vancouver here. So watching out for these pedestrians as they cross. Extreme walking too in this part of the world, because there's bikers coming flying down this road, and if you're not watching as a pedestrian, you're probably going to get hit. And the road here is just beautiful to ride down, and of course they're supposed to be going pretty slow, and that's why they put these big speed bumps along the way. And now we're getting into the beach section of Stanley Park. This is Third Beach. There's a classic tea house here, and coming up here you'll see Second and First Beach, obviously, and we're almost at the end of riding around Stanley Park in the most extreme part of Vancouver. I always liked this section when I was a kid. My dad would say, which fork should we take? Which side should we go on? And we always had to pick. And so, today I took the left fork of the road. Man, that was always a big adventure. Super extreme to be able to decide which side of the road to ride on. And get a little bit of a peek at the beaches down there through the trees. And coming up here on Second Beach. And right now the tide is pretty high, so there's not much of a beach to go out on, but there's a lot of parking here, and this is a popular place to come and hang out, at least go for a walk, look out on the water, see the sailing going on, look off in the distance to see the big container ships, and of course lots of kayaking and paddleboarding happen out there too. So, man, lots of extreme adventures in this park. I'm going to take a left coming up here and not go through to the other part of the park, because I'm going to cut back across the park and take one last look through the forest and see what's here. There's a little lake that's hidden in here. I believe it's called Lost Lagoon, and has a famous lookout overlooking towards Vancouver when lots of people take pictures down in the Lost Lagoon area. So if you've not checked it out, it's one of the beautiful places of Vancouver, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it with my GoPro looking through the trees here, but there it is there. The city scenescape is off in the distance, and yeah, beautiful place to come and propose, take a picture with your wife, go on a walk. Yeah, it's quite a nice area here. Of course, there's lots of Canada geese this time of the year migrating, and here we have another extreme crosswalk here. Got to watch out for pedestrians in this park. Well, there you have it. There's the extreme adventure. Can be done within city limits. This is Vancouver, British Columbia, and this has been Adventure Rod riding you through. Thanks for watching.